So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. We are here in Chomutov for Little League, and we have a match between Prague from Czech Republic and Lombardia from Italy. So now we see the players coming onto the field. The Czech team coming on. And now Lombardia coming to the center circle.
So, we're going to do the lineups now. You can see the girls lining up right now. So, we're going to start with the guest team. The guest team is Prague.
So we're going to start with the Prague lineup. First up bat, 27. Jirotková Angela. She's playing. She's catcher. Second up bat is Šestáková Kristýna with number 52. She is second base. Third up the lineup is Rocková Luisa with number 43. She is shortstop. Fourth batting is Švecová Markéta with number 53. She's pitching. Five of the lineup is Budinová Natália with number 4. She is in right field. Then Hanzelová Nela with number 22. She is playing third base. Up next is Dostalová Kierna with number 10. She is first base. After her is Jimová Teresa with number 60. Wagnerová Bamina with number 55. She is in the center field. And Krajníková Isabel with number 33.
So now we have the home team, Lombardia. They're going to start with number 15, Giorgia Culini. She's the shortstop. There we have number 11, Aurora Sofia Gipponi. She's going to be the left fielder. Then we have with number 4, Viola Massini. She's going to be the center fielder. Alessandra Metta with number 10 second base. Giada Servidio with number 6. She's going to play third base. Then we have our starting pitcher, Manuela Mingrone. She's number 19. Then we have 2 players without position. There's going to be Maddalena Lorenzetti. She's with number 14. Then we have Nicole Ludovica Gassati. She's number 5. After that, we have our catcher, number 16, Vittoria Nardini. And number 12, she's going to be the right fielder, Giorgia Somasini. Then after that, we have, with number 1, Iris Ganzer, Vittoria Francesini, Ma Bardella, and Marta Petrelli. So now that the national anthems have been played, we can start the game. While the players are getting ready for the game, we're going to introduce the umpires. We have 3 umpires now. That is Jaroslav Koshner, Wout van der Horst on first base, and Susan Thompson on third base. So as you can see, this is the lineup for the Lombardia team. They're going to be the home team, so they're starting in the field. We have in right field Giorgia Somasini. Then center is Viola Massini. In left field we have Aurora Sofia Gipponi. Then shortstop is Giorgia Culino. Third base Giada Servidio. Second base Alessandra Melta. First base we have Maddalena Bardella. Our starting catcher is Vittoria Nardini, and our starting pitcher is Manuela Mingrone.
Now you can also see the batting order of Prague team from Czech Republic. So first up is Jorotková Anděla, second is Šestáková Kristýna, third one is Roková Luisa, fourth one Švecová Markéta, then Budínová Natálie, Hanzlová Nela, Dostalová Klára, Vimrová Tereza, Wagnerová Barbara, and last but not least, Kraňková Izabela.
So it sounds like a mouthful. So the players are ready to play. And so are we, right?
Of course. Let's get us a good game.
So first at bat we have Angel Jirotkova.
And the pitch starts with strike right down the middle.
This one was too high. 1-1 the count.
And a foul ball as she moves to count 1-2.
Hits it right into the third base glove. And that's the first out. Makes it on first base.
The 5-3 play. Which brings us to 1 out. And next bat, which is Šestáková Kristýna.
Who starts it off with the ball. And a big swing on the low drop ball. And another big swing. That brings the count 1-2.
Fourth pitch, this at bat.
Hits it right into the first base's glove. She had a little struggle walking to the back, but I mean she caught it. So
brings us to count to 2 outs. Coming up to the plate is Raková Luisa with number 43.
that one looks like it's a little bit too high, maybe. Could be off the plate as well.
So 1 ball.
So this pitch makes the count 2-0. And a big swing for strike 1. And another big swing. 2-2 to count.
Luisa seems like struggling a bit with hitting the ball. But now she gets it and sends it right to the second baseman for third out. 4-3.
Great fielding by the second base. There's a lot off the place, so here we can see it again. So that means that there's 3 out for the first 3 batters. And no points, no hits.
It seems like that this is going to be a tight game,
Yeah.
but we haven't seen the Italy's team at bat, so we can't tell yet.
Yeah. Well, yesterday, while they played the Bohemian team, they also had pretty good fielding plays. Both the teams, actually. It was a pretty good game, so I guess can also be the same way with the Prague team.
Let's hope that there are going to be some hits, some runs.
Yeah.
So there's the field of Czech's team from Prague. Švecová Markéta is pitching, Jirotková Anděla is the catcher. Dostalová Klára on first base, Šestáková Kristýna on second, Raková Luisa is shortstop, Hanzlová Nela on third base, and then we have Budínová Natália at right field, Wagnerová Barbora at center, and Krajňáková Izabela at left field.
And the first three batters of Lombardia will be Giorgia Colino with number 15. Then we have Aurora Sofia Giuppini, and she's number 11. And then the third batter we have Viola Massimo with number 4.
A little handshake. And here we are. Here in Chomutov, the bottom of first.
Ooh, and a swing. Bit hesitation there. She was not sure if she wanted to hit the ball, but, well, she did anyway, so.
That brings us to 0-1.
And fouls it off.
Third pitch. Here we go. Ball 1. Brings us to a count 1-2.
I think there's been a illegal pitch called. Or maybe a warning.
We have seen this situation in this tournament. We're seeing this for a third time. There have been not so many illegal pitches, but it's still a part of the game.
Yeah. And it's a rule that's there for a reason, so I mean,
They have a reason to call that.
Yeah. Well, this one seems to be a little bit better, so count remains 1-2.
Some talking between the catcher and pitcher.
There's not so many fans in the stands anymore. On the first game today with the Netherlands, it was full.
Let's say that the fans are already tired because of the second day of this tournament.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Shvetsova Marketa setting up for the next pitch. And which is called a ball. That brings us to count 2-2.
And another ball. Brings us to a full count.
3-2. Shvetsova Marketa, Colina, Georgia.
And this means the first base on balls of the inning. First base runner of the game. And she started off so good.
So we have a first base runner of the game, which is Colina, Georgia. And up next, batting is...
Aurora Sofia Giuppini.
Exactly.
Oh.
None showing, but there's a pass ball. And Colina, Georgia will take second base on pass ball.
Yeah. Went straight to the foot of the umpire.
I mean, umpires can stand wherever they want, so it's not really their fault.
No.
Another bunt showing, but another pass ball. And Colino is advancing to third base.
With now a count of 2-0.
Another bunt showing.
But this one is not passed. And it's a strike. So Georgia stays on third base.
Waiting for her opportunity to score. Swing and a miss. Two.
And that one's too low. Catcher tried to frame it, but it was definitely underneath.
And ball above the hat of the batter, so that means another walk. Up next is number 4, center fielder Massini Viola.
And stolen base. That makes we have runners on 2 and 3. So 2 runners in scoring position, and Viola Massini at bat. And she goes in for the bunt. But it's a strike.
This is the second batter in a row that shows bunt and then quickly takes it off.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's some kind of tactics from the Italy's team.
Yeah, it could be some sort of time hit.
But there is a hit.
And it falls. Oh, and it goes over the third base. But she stays there.
And the runner will score from third base, and Massini Viola will take the second on a double.
What a hit. Like exactly in the Bermuda Triangle.
So Lombardia will go up the board for 1-0.
And now at bat we have Alessandra Merta.
The second baseman from Lombardia with number 10 on her jersey. Shows the bunt again.
It could be some sort of time hit. Because they've been too late. The first 2 have been were really late, especially the first one.
The only other reason that comes up to my mind is some mental tactics
It could be.
from the batsman.
And she hits it to the shortstop. Shortstop makes the... Woo! Off the base. Safe. But we have a score, too. So that means we have runners on first and third. Here we can see the replay.
Take a look at the replay. A normal pitch. A ground contact. The shortstop takes it, but the first baseman takes her her foot up the base.
Yeah.
So, safe called.
And we have a stolen base.
So runners up third and second base.
And still no outs.
The Prague field is now a bit struggling with the fielding and with runners on bases.
Yeah. When we have at bat now number 6, Giada Servideo. Who gets another ball.
Shvetsova sets up. Here's the
Ooh,
pitch.
and a big swing.
Swing and a miss. Brings us to count 2-2. Contact made. Fair ball called. Overthrow on the catcher, and batter will take second base with points scored, which brings us to score 4-0.
Here you can see it again. Definitely an error. And then they try to make the out, but that ball was way over their head. So the coach goes to have a little talk. I mean,
so the struggling from Czech team continues.
yeah.
Let's hope that they will figure their way through this inning.
Yeah, yesterday they played the Dutch team, and they won this game, mercied 18-0. So I think they might have gotten their chances a little higher this time. So the focus is not there. But the coach gives a good pep talk, so that'll probably bring them in more.
I think that now players are going to get hyped for next couple of balls, maybe the rest of the inning,
Yeah.
to get the 3 outs, because there is still no out on the board.
And now at bat, we have our pitcher, Manuela Mingrone.
With number 19. First pitch is below the knees, which means ball 1.
And another ball.
The framing didn't work again. Count 2-0.
But this one's a strike.
It was a bit higher than the previous ball, so that should be in the zone. First strike 1, and count 2-1.
And a foul ball. 2-2. Oh, fouls it off into the fans.
The fans now have a great gift from players on the field, but it is thrown right back to the field. I believe they cannot keep the balls.
No.
A pass ball that advances the runner from second to third.
And that brings the count full. So a full count for our pitcher, Manuela Mingrone. And that's ball number 4. That's already our third base on balls in this inning and also in this game.
That brings us to runners on corners, and the next batter, which is...
Maddalena Lorenzetti
Thank you.
with number 14.
First pitch, ball.
And a strike.
Right down the middle. Third pitch, this at bat. Shvetsova. Ball 2.
She's struggling a little to find the zone.
Once you find the zone, you're in.
And another strike. So we got 2 and 2. Runners still at 1 and 3.
Runners and corners. Count 22. Lorenzetti. Swing and a miss. Got her. Strikeout for Shvetsova Marketa. And here we can see it again. She was just below the ball that struck her out. So first strikeout for Shvetsova Marketa. Now some field talking between the players and a possible substitution. And here you can see the legend of Czech softball in a way of the umpires. This is Jaroslav Kosnar, one of the Czech legends. As of now, we're trying to figure out who's gonna substitute for whom. A lot of talking on the field.
So I don't think there's been any changes, but
It looks like no substitution has been made.
pitcher stays the same. And I think so is everybody else. And a strike.
Maybe she found her zone.
Well, let's hope. That's way better than getting all of those base on balls. So now at bat we have Nicole Ludovica Casati with number 5.
One of the smallest players in the tournament, but with one of the biggest hearts for the game.
Yeah, so you can see the foul ball goes way into the corner of the field, so maybe too small, but she's got some power.
And big place. Runners on corners, count 1 and 2, 1 out. Shvetsova with the pitch. Ball cold.
Bit too much on the inside, I think. This is also pretty tactic because a small player has a smaller zone.
So they have the advantage.
Yeah.
She hits it again. This time another foul ball.
Not that far as the first one, but
Still a foul ball.
foul's foul. So this brings the count on 2-2. But still runners at the corners.
Another pitch.
And this is strike 3. That brings the second out.
Both of those outs were made by the pitcher Shvetsova Markéta with her pitching and her tactics to get batters off from the batting box. Another at bat. First pitch is ball.
And at bat we have Vittoria Nardini, our catcher, with number 16.
Strike one.
So 2-1 to count. And a foul. That makes the count 2-2 with 2 outs.
Nardini Vittoria is waiting for her chance to send the ball to Sherwood. There's the hit.
And it's foul.
Another chance to take the runners from bases home.
And hits it again into the left field. Pretty close to us, actually.
Nardini Vittoria still waiting for her chance to put the ball on grass onto the green. There's the pitch. And a contact was made for a foul ball.
Not intentional, I think. But still a foul ball.
As we said earlier, a foul is a foul.
And it stays a foul.
And it will be foul.
So the count is full.
3-2, 2 outs. Nardini Vittoria batting. Runners and corners. The pitch.
And a strike. That's a strikeout. 3 strikeouts in a row for our pitcher.
Let's take a look at that pitch again. You see the confidence on Markéta. Here is the pitch.
And a great inside ball. It was a strike.
Another pep talk from Czech coach to his players.
Well, they picked it up really good, though.
Maybe the previous pep talk gave them a bit more confidence.
Yeah, a bit of a boost.
Bit of a boost. So the players, maybe they are right now hyped up, and
Maybe it'll bring that into the hitting.
let's see if they can put some points up the board.
And yeah, we have our first batter, our pitcher, who's just made the 3 strikeouts. Marketa is at bat. So
That brings us to a question: is she as good at batting as she is at pitching?
or does she also need a little startup in batting as well?
We'll see in a couple of moments. So here we go, the battle of pitchers. Manuela pitching, Marketa batting. Let's see. First pitch.
Hits it high,
Contact
high
is
to
made.
Viola, and Viola makes the catch. So that brings our first out.
Marketa made the contact, but not as big as she would hope to get.
Here we can see it again. Gets under the ball. Yeah. Easy
Nice
catch.
fielding.
Yeah.
So next betting is number 4, Budinová Natalia. Now going with count 0-1. Second pitch. Just below the knees to make the count 1-1. Third pitch. Contact is made. Foul ball that bounced off the backstop. Strike right down the middle. Strike her out. Second out. Mate. Let's take a look at that beautiful pitch. Here it is. Right down the middle.
So now at bat we have Nilla Hanslova. Who has a 2-0 count.
Third pitch. This at bat.
Let's see if the Prague team can get a base runner. Because they haven't had one.
They struggle with getting the ball into the field, but there is a contact made. Fielded perfectly by second baseman, which gets this half an inning to an end.
So we have had 6 outs and 6 players at bat. In the
Check.
first inning. Oh, sorry. You go.
Czech team is still struggling with putting up a hit up the board, but they have still innings left for their attack.
Yeah. I think that they are just hitting in the wrong places because they can make the contact. We've seen that, but it's just all in the wrong place. I mean, every ball that goes into the sky is caught. So, and they've had 2 fielding outs. I think they just need to get it out on the grass.
Great pitching, great fielding from the Lombardia.
Yeah.
That makes it even harder for them to score or even to put runners on bases.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our pitcher Manuela Mingrone has been pretty on fire.
But now Shvetsova Marketa is ready to take her pitches. Brings us to a question. First pitch. Below the knees. Bouncing off the ground for ball 1. Framing didn't work. 2-0.
And a strike.
Wondering if that was the right call because the ball seemed a bit off the zone, below the zone.
But the umpire has the last word, so
He's
who
never
are we
wrong.
to say?
He's
No.
never wrong. Three-one. That's to Samashini.
And a strike.
Full count. No outs. Four and 0 for Lombardia.
And a base on balls. So now at bat we have Iris Ganser with number 1. And she gets a ball. But we now have a runner on first base.
This one is no good. Brings us to count 2-0. And the fans are getting a bit hyped up for their team.
And it works. Strike. Ooh, and another strike. That brings the count in 2-2. We could also hear the Lombardia fans.
So not only the battle between the teams, but also a battle between the fans
Exactly.
to get their team hyped up.
And that's a strikeout.
Struck her out.
Strikeout for Iris. It's funny to see how she always seems to start with a ball and then another ball, and then she always comes back.
You never know if it is a tactic or not.
Yeah.
So there's one thing that we were really correct about, and that if Marketa is pitching, she is on fire.
Yeah. So now at bat we have Vittoria Francesini, who gets a strike. 1-1 to count.
Marketa continues in her awesome pitching. 1-1 to count, 1 out. Runner on first. Swing and a miss.
Another strike. And another strike. That's a strike. Ooh. That's a strikeout, and the catcher tries to throw it to first.
Let me say it. Marketa is on fire.
Yes, she is. This is already her 6th strikeout in this game.
You mean fifth?
No, her 5th. Sorry. Yeah, thank you.
It's okay.
Well, we'll see if if this one is going to be her 6th.
The runner goes.
Oh.
She's safe on second.
Yeah, a little collision, I think. But
maybe she stumbled a bit in front of the back.
Yeah, she might have.
The replay. Oh, there was a collision.
Yeah.
Between the runner and shortstop.
So, Madalena Bardella at bat.
With runner on second base. The pitch from Shvetsova.
And a strike.
Swing and a miss.
Another swing and a miss makes the count 1-2.
Can Marketa finish this inning and take another strikeout? Here we go.
Yes, she does. And that is the 3rd out of the inning.
I think that Marketa finally found her zone.
Yes, she did. Because now we have 6 outs in 2 innings and 6 strikeouts. Here we can see that softball really is a pitching's game. What a swing.
I can also tell that it is not as easy as it looks to get a strikeout, and 6 strikeouts for 6 outs is big achievement for a pitcher.
That is correct.
So a mount meeting before the inning starts between the players of Lombardia. Someone in the stands is saying to hit a racket from the bat. Let's see if it works out.
So now at bat we have number 10, and that is Clara Dostalova. And she hits it straight into the left field, and it goes into the corner of the field.
He's turning to the third.
And it's a stand-up triple for Clara.
What a hit.
Woo!
Is this the turning point for Prague team?
And starts it off with the strike. Now at bat we have Teresa Vimirova.
Swing and a miss.
So 0-2. With the runner on third. And the fans are coming back.
Yes, they are. The battle of fans continues.
This one was too low, so 1-2 for Teresa.
1-2 to count. The pitch. Contact made, but it hits the backstop for a foul ball.
Little too early.
Ball 2. For those of you who are not completely sure about the game, the timing of hitting the ball is one of the most hardest things to do in softball or baseball.
That is right. And especially with all of those spins. I mean...
Struck her out.
Oh, and that's a strikeout. Yeah.
Because if you have the ball that is rotating to the left, to the right, up, down, it is much more harder than it seems here in live television. Maybe a bit of the zone, but strikeout called. Up next we have Wagnerová Barbora with number 55 playing center field. Started her at bat with foul ball, bringing us to count 0-1 with 1 out and runner on third.
There's a timeout called.
But we are quickly back in it.
So we can continue. And a strike.
A bit of framing, but this time it works for a second strike.
So count is 1-2, 1 out, and a runner on third base.
Barbora swings and miss for strikeout and second out in the top of the third.
Yes, and this is Manuela Mingrone's third strikeout this game.
After the 4 points they gave up, it seems like a battle of pitchers.
Yeah, because she starts it off with a strike again.
If Marketa is on fire, that means that Manuela is on fire as well by this time.
Too high. Ball number 1. So 1-1 to count.
2 outs. Batting Kranikova Isabella. And swing and a miss. Count 1-2.
And she hits it right into the center field. And that is our first score for Czech. Base hit.
Isabella is held up on the first base. But that means that Prague is on board. Finally, I would say. After all their effort.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say. I mean, it's nice to start off with a triple, but then if you don't get anyone else on base.
That would be a bit sad. Now,
and caught stealing on second base.
Nice work by the catcher.
Great throw, yeah. So that is the third out.
We'll have a replay of it. Here is the pitch. You can see the footwork of catcher setting up for the throw.
And here you can see the tag.
Definitely.
Ball is on time. Definitely. So that brings an end to the top third, which means we can start with the bottom. And we're starting off with the top of the order. So we have Giorgia Colino at bat. After that we have Aurora Sofia Gibboni and Viola Massini on the third batter.
So we're starting off with pitcher against the leadoff in the lineup. Should be exciting. Let's see how this is gonna go. Here you can see the first baseman of Team Prague, Klára Dostálová. Now a camera shift to the pitcher. A throw by catcher to second base. And now the meetup before the inning starts. So, as I said previously, it's going to be the leadoff, which is Kalina Georgia versus pitcher Shvetsova Marketa. We have seen her throw 6 strikeouts already, and let's see how she's gonna work in this inning. Here we go. 53 against 15. First pitch is strike called, and Kalina was showing the bunt again, but then she took off the bat. I'm still wondering if it's kind of tactics from the Italy's team. Second pitch, strike called by Jaroslav Kosnar. Not sure if it was really a strike, but the referee, the umpire, is always right. Third throw, third pitch, ball, wide. Brings us to count 1 and 2. Empty bases, no outs. Here it is, fourth pitch. Contact made. It is fouled onto the streets and on top of car. The car is fine, not big of an impact. Another contact, another foul. Count is 1 and 2. The car seems fine to me.
Was also a dog walk.
Oh. Now a ball bouncing off the ground for a count 2 and 2. Marketa trying to figure out what pitch is she gonna go into it. Another pitch off the ground, which brings us to full count. 3-2. Wow, what a battle between the leadoff and the pitcher. Here it is, another pitch. This time a contact is made, and it's a fair ball. Georgia is turning, and she's safe at second base. What a hit. What a base running from Kalina Georgia. Here we can see it again. A bit under the ball, but just right enough to send it onto the green, onto the line, She's turning to second. There's a throw from left fielder. Throw to the second and not in time. Now batting Sofia Gipponi. Aurora. And swing and a miss. With runner on second. The swing, the contact is made. Sent into the field, but it's overthrown. Colina's gonna score. The batter stays at second. Sofia is gonna take second base of an error. They have no clue how does that happen. And there you can see it, the overthrow. And there she is running for destiny on second base. 5-1 to score. Showing bunt again. Bottom of third, runner on second. Pitch a bit low, brings us to 3-0 with runner on third, which should be Sofia Gipponi Aurora.
What does the first letter do? What is the first letter in base?
Double 4 for base and balls. Marqueta now struggling a bit. We have seen her throwing strikeouts the previous innings, but now she's struggling a bit. Next pitch.
And that is a strike.
Strike one called.
But the runner first advances to second, so.
That means a stolen base.
Yeah. And a pass ball, and she scores.
Another point for Lombardia. That makes the score 6-1. Here we go again. You could see the instant reaction from the pitcher, Shvetsova Marketa. But it was too late. Ball 2.
So with still number 10, Alessandra Milta at bat. And she hits it straight into the center field, which is good for a base hit. But this does mean that it's an RBI base hit. So the score is now 7-1 for the Italian Lombardia team.
Take a look at
Here we can
that
see it
again.
Oh, hits it straight into the center field. Great hit. It was hard. And the runner advances to second base, stolen base. Try to make the tag, just a little bit too late, so. Runner on second base with now at bat, Giada Servideo.
I can tell that the Italian players are really fast on the bases, so the base running is no problem for them.
Yes, I agree. You can really see that. And she hits it into the center field again.
Another hit.
And another run for Lombardia. So they're also on fire now at the batting.
Not only the base running, but also contacting the ball is not a problem for Lombardian team.
Here you can see it. It just passes the second base. Try to field it.
And Czech team is once again struggling a bit with the fielding. And the coach is coming to the mound to give them a pep talk.
Now there might be some changes. Oh. He's only coming to talk to the pitcher.
So now some talking between the players of Team Prague.
And I think there's been a pitching change.
And there is a change on the mound.
So number 10, Klara Dostalova is
pitching now is going to be number 10, Dostalova Klara. I thought that Marketa could pitch all the game through, but coach made his decision.
Well, they can always bring her back, right? So.
Of course. You can see the players gathering around the pitcher, which is some kind of tradition I have seen every team doing. It's quite nice to see the team get around pitcher.
Yeah, just giving her a little support.
And a bit more confidence.
Yeah, and that is really needed in these types of games. Because they're behind 7 runs, so a bit of extra confidence is well appreciated.
Runner on first. We saw a pitching change, but we also saw a lot of hits from Italy's team. Let's see if they can manage to continue in their hitting game. 8-1 the score for Lombardia. Now some action in the bullpen as another Lombardian pitchers are warming up. We may see a pitching change in future innings.
Although it's always good to have backup. In case something happens, you'll never know. And talking about pitchers, at bat now is our Lombardian pitcher, Manuela Mingrone.
So Dostalová Klára just threw the first pitch, which was a ball, and second one is called strike.
And a foul ball for the second strike. Count is now 1-2.
1-2 to count.
Oh, and that's a hit by pitch. That brings her to first base, and that means we have runners on first and second base.
But she's okay, she's a strong woman.
Jumping the paint off.
Coming up next is Maddalena Lorenzetti with number 14 and a beautiful red helmet on her head.
She's now representing the Italian colors even more.
She's wearing all the Italian colors. I believe she has like white socks or something like that. I cannot see.
No, it's
Oh, she's
green.
not.
But the gray can be kind of seen as the white from the flag. And she also has the Lombardia letters, and her number is also white. So and that's ball number 3. Oh!
Ball 4.
So, runners advance to second and third, and Maddalena comes on first base. So,
Base is loaded with no outs.
and now at bat is Nicole Ludovica Casati.
Strike 1 down the middle. But still a pretty hard situation for Czech fielding.
Yeah, and this situation is pretty reasonable to let the first strike ball go, because she's been having some issues. I think she might have been throwing like, well, at least 4 balls in a row, and then before that a hit by pitch. So she's first going to look.
She sends it, but
It's foul.
ball is foul.
A foul's foul.
Foul will be a foul, and foul.
Stays a foul.
Small player, big heart. The pitch.
Fouls it off.
Foul again.
So count remains.
But even with full bases, Ludovica seems so confident at the plate. Standing there like a hero for her nation.
And that is when she is.
And Jaroslav Kostnar calls timeout.
He wants to have a little talk.
Wonder what are they gonna talk about? I didn't see any illegal pitch or
Could be anything at this point. They're just thinking about how beautiful the weather is. It's not too warm, not too cold.
or they are discussing what are they gonna get for the dinner.
Yeah. I think today's pasta or something. Well,
Like at the hotel.
yeah.
But they seem okay with it.
I think they're all fine with dinner. So we can move on.
So dinner's ready, and so we are here in Chomutov, the Little League, and with another pitch.
And there she goes. Oh!
The pitch is sent.
And this is a great teamwork. But it is an RBI.
It is an RBI. The first baseman fell onto the ground, but there was the second baseman just behind her to get the ball and get the out.
Here you can see it. Well, this is what Little League is all about. This is great teamwork.
The teamwork, the friendship, one stands for another. The pitch, a pass ball, but the runners will stay. Vittoria Nardini now studying the pitching style. The pitch, and strike one called. Clara is now trying to get back into the game, and the strike helps her with that process. And a swing and a miss. One, two. Runners on third and second. Ball two.
And a strikeout. This is Vittoria Nardini's second strikeout in a row.
So she is on her way for sombrero.
And now at bat we have Giorgia Somashini.
Oh.
Who gets a ball.
Referee, the umpire called strike, but that ball
Oh.
seemed a bit down the zone for me.
Okay, so well.
And this one is ball.
Okay, so we have a 1-on-1.
The umpire is making fun of the players.
Well, he's always right? So we can't.
But the umpire is always right. For those wondering what sombrero is, that is a situation where you have 3 strikeouts in a game.
And this is a strike. So we got 2-2 with 2 outs. And Georgia at bat. The battle of the fans continues.
Full count, runners on second and third, 2 outs.
And a strikeout.
Swing and a miss, which will end the inning.
She hesitated for a second. So here you can see it again. Late swing. You see that? Yeah, she was too late. But that makes an end of the 3rd inning. So we're going to top 4.
Czech team is once again gathering around their coach for another team speech.
Yeah, because they're down 8 points.
But like we've seen a lot of things at Little League, so the possibility of a comeback is always on point.
Yeah, because that's the thing about Little League. Every player has his chance. That's why we're playing with all of the. That's why all the players are hitting.
That's where dreams can come true.
Exactly. And for one of these teams, that dream will come true. Because the winner of the Little League is going to the World Series in the United States of America to play for the Europe-Africa region.
And don't tell me that you don't want to represent your nation in the United States in front of the eyes of whole world.
That is a dream.
Coming up to the plate, number 28, Kaudznerová Victoria.
And a pass ball.
And the thing that we have seen already a few times, tying a shoe, that is also part of Little League.
Shoelaces are important. You don't want to trip over them. And this one goes just behind the fans. So, 1-0 to count. Victoria at bat.
Manuel looking to the zone, and the framing did not work this time for ball 2. Two on the count. Another pitch.
This one is too low. So, 3-1. So, behind the center field, we can see that the Prague junior team is going to start their warming up. Oh, and this ball goes straight into the second base's glove. That's a catch.
Another great example of nice fielding from Lombardia team.
And I believe second time a second baseman from the Italy's team caught a fly ball. Nice catch, assurance from the second hand.
So now bat with number 62 is Barbara Viklichka.
This one is well above the zone for ball 2. Pitch free.
But this one is good enough. So this is a strike.
I believe that this one was just the edge of the zone, but still strike.
Yeah.
Ball 3.
So she's on her way for the walk, which is also a way of getting runners on bases and then to get us some points. But there is a contact made.
Oh, and she is safe.
Oh, what a decision. A hard decision to make.
And can we see that again? Yes, we can.
Let's see that again.
And it goes to the second base, and yeah, that one was
that was really a quick flag.
questionable. Well,
but there's another action, and out on the first.
But the runner
we can
advances.
see a replay. There it is. Let's see what happened, or maybe not.
Okay, so
I think that there was a bunt attempt.
yeah, I think so too.
Strike called.
So now about we have with number 34 Victoria Kubikova.
Another pitch. This one off the zone for ball 1.
So 1-1 account, 2 outs, and Victoria bat. And it goes foul just over the first base into the right field. So foul ball for strike 2, 1-2 to count, with a runner on second base.
2 outs. Top of the 4th. Manuela versus Victoria. Let's see how this is gonna go.
And it's a strike. Oh, but we...
Strike 3 called.
Yeah, strike 3. Runner tried to steal third, but yeah, with a strikeout, there's no stealing anymore.
So bottom of the 4th. Lombardia needs 2 more points to end the game on mercy rule, which would finish the game 11-1. But for as of now, the score is still 9-1. Dostalova Klara will get another chance to show her skills on the mound.
And now for Lombardia, we're going to have Iris Ganser, after that Vittoria Francesini, and Maddalena Bardella. So, Clara's ready, so are we.
I believe that this is the first time that someone is leading over Czech Republic with this big difference.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, because yesterday they won with a big mercy rule, so this time they get a little more opposition.
But as we said earlier, the comeback is always a possibility.
That is true.
First pitch, strike right down the middle.
So a ball makes it 1-1. And she goes in for the bunt. But that ball was not pretty enough to bunt for her.
Even after 4 innings, I still don't know why they are showing the bunts. Maybe they really want to bunt the ball. Because there is a contact made.
Whoa, and she's fast. But foul's a foul, right?
Foul's a foul, and it will stay a foul.
Yep.
Two to count.
And she hits it right above the backstop.
Cannot see where the ball ended. But we still have plenty of balls left. Swing and a miss, but there's a pass ball. The throw is nowhere near. So Iris Ganser will take first base. With Vittoria Francesini taking up the plate.
There's a little hesitation to go to second base, but she decided not to. Probably the right decision.
I wonder if it's necessary when leading 9-1.
Yeah. But I mean, you still want to, well, you need 2 runs. So, I mean, stealing is not really
I know,
effective.
but there's no outs on the board.
Yeah.
Why would you risk?
Yeah, you
making
know
one?
that you can hit. I mean, you've shown it in the last couple of innings. Yeah. We need 1 home run to clear the bases. But this does not look like
There's a
home.
contact made. And
Try to make the out on second base.
both runners safe. The fielder didn't make the choice in time. I believe that if she would go for the first, she would make it, but
yeah,
it's hard to tell.
definitely. But I mean, now she has a runner on scoring position, so I mean,
It's always
it
easy.
was a good idea.
It's always easy to talk about those things, how we would make it, but
Yeah.
we're not on the field.
No, exactly. And she went in for the bunt, which is a pretty reasonable choice when you have 0 outs and 1 and 2 occupied. Yeah, and she goes in again. She goes in for the slap bunt. So now I think the most important part is to let the runners advance to second and third, because then you have 2 runners in scoring position. And I'm not sure if a slap bunt is the
Yeah.
best option.
Yeah,
But
she
she
is-
knows best. I mean,
She knows best, and maybe her coach even better.
yeah. And this is the 4th ball.
So bases loaded. Bases loaded.
And now at bat, we are at the top of the order. Georgia Colino at bat. And Georgia seems like she's ready to get another double, just like last inning.
With her quick feet, she's capable
Oh.
of
Oh!
getting
There's-
the bases fast, but there was some action on third base.
Yeah, there was a dive back. Which is actually a great idea, considering that if she gets out, then there might not be the mercy rule now. But we still have 0 outs, so anything can happen.
I would say don't take the risks if you
No.
have, like, no outs. But there is another base on balls.
And this means it's 10-1. So the Italians only need 1 more run to win this game.
And by now, with the bases loaded, it is pretty possible.
To change the pitcher. And seems like they will. We don't see the number yet.
I think that it is number 45.
I think so. Yeah. It's number 45. Number 45 is gonna pitch. So Amalie Rybakova.
Amalia Rybakova will take the mound.
It's a circle.
Or a circle.
Yeah.
Not baseball.
There's a difference.
Sport.
And sometimes, as you can hear, even we are not perfect.
But we
And
try.
someone knows even better. But that's okay.
At least we try, right?
At least we tried.
So there we got a great headshot of our dearest Jaroslav Kostnar.
You can see once again the players gathering around the circle to support their pitcher, which is Amalia Rybakova.
And she has some real tension up because this is the most all-deciding play. The batter is now Aurora Sofia Ghioponi and Ghiopini. Wait, where's
Let's take a look. That seems that will go.
yeah. You can see she's a little bit nervous. I mean, who wouldn't? This is
Big tournament, big game,
yeah.
big little league.
So, Aurora bat and Amali pitching.
Amalia versus Sofia. Pitcher versus left fielder. Number 45 versus number 11. You name it, but the first pitch
Is a ball. And a strike.
is this the turning point for Czech team? The
And
contact
oh,
is
and
made.
and then
That should end us the game if I'm sure.
I guess, but and
Take a closer look, and
yes,
the
Jaroslav Kosnak
game is over.
calls it.
The ball game.
So the Italian Lombardia team wins with 11-1.
Becoming the first team to beat Czech team.
Yeah, this is pretty much not what I thought when I started this game. But
So I'm expecting seeing them in the future stages of the tournament.
yeah. Well, we've seen some good hits, some good pitching, good everything.
Some great fielding.
Yeah. Well, I've enjoyed doing the commentary with you. Thank you.
Thank you for your support, for your help, and see you next time.
Yeah. They're so happy. They're like the first. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but it's like so it's like.
It's so good to see
Yeah, they were like
them
jumping.
like happy and everything.
These kids are so like.
Thank you for Doe maar even samen, hè? Ja.
Please tell we didn't. Thanks.
deze begint pas om 3:30, hè? Volgende. Nog eens. Ja, ja, ja. Er staat een pijltje op streamen stoppen.